Alright, here we are, day 41. Let's do the lottery. Most exciting moment of every single day. 10938. Those are pretty good numbers. Those are good numbers as far as the average. Not great. Okay. We're at 1860 for Sinistea encounters. Hunt continues. Gotta get these teacups all the way over there. Okay. Well, don't mind me, I'm gonna finish eating my bagels for breakfast. Hello, Connor. I didn't find it yet, but I am eating a bagel. I actually don't know if you can even. You probably can, right? Bagels are good. I like bagels. I think I did another 2 ranked battles yesterday, and I won the first one, and then I immediately lost the second one, so that was nice. I can't remember what happened in the second one that was so bad. I forget. I think I just had a bad lead, and they had good switches. What ended up happening, that's right, I led Poltergeist Gardevoir, and I went for the Shadow Sneak Shadow Ball into something that wasn't Incineroar, and they also had Incineroar on the field, and then I did some damage to the other thing, and then they took out my Poltergeist, which I hadn't Dynamax, so I still had Dynamax, but they took that out turn 1. Darkest Lariat from Incineroar. And then it was just kind of a struggle to catch up from that point forward. That's one big problem with my Gardevoir set, is that it literally can't hit Incineroar. And I just need to realize, like, I don't know, it's like, I never take Incineroar seriously enough, even though I know that it's, like, really bad for my team. I'm always just like, well, that's okay, I'll just play around it. I will, like, switch out if I get intimidated, and if it parting shots me, then I'll switch, and if it wants to fake me out, then I guess I'll get faked out for a turn. But then because I'm like, it's not really gonna kill me, right? I never give it enough credit, and then I never bring a solution. When I just need to learn that if I see Incineroar, I have to bring Terrakion. Because then my Incineroar answer was Ninetales. Like, Moonblast into Incineroar, and that doesn't do anything. So, yeah. I just need to learn that Terrakion is a good Pokemon. It's on the team for a reason. It is a functional answer to a number of threats. Literally nothing else on my team can hit Incineroar. Or, I mean, they can hit it, they just can't hit it hard. And then there's Gardevoir, which literally can't hit it. Yeah. I just need to trust it more. Every time that I bring Terrakion, I'm just too scared of Rillaboom. I'm like, but they can just Grassy Glide me. Then what do I do? But I have to remember that now I have Whimsicott that should be able to overwrite the terrain. And then at least it's not priority, so then I should be outspeeding it. I think that's true, yeah. I'm so scared of like just getting immediately countered by someone leading Rillaboom, but then they usually don't have it in front. It's definitely more useful as a switch because you don't know if... Yeah, it's just better as a switch. Yeah, I guess sometimes I'm like, it'd be super fun if I could stream the rank battles and do it that way. But then I always... Then I play the ranked battles. And I do 2 games and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. But if I'm streaming, I'd have to keep playing. But that wouldn't be a bad thing if I like actually had something compelling me to keep going. Because I think if I sit down and play for a longer period of time, what I was noticing when I was doing the climb last month is like I might lose the first 2 or 3 games, but then I'd kind of get into a rhythm. So it's like I just needed a few games to warm up each day. But streaming ranked battles requires good internet, and I don't have that. That's also true, yep. Yeah, being able to actually like walk through what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and that probably makes it more likely that I'll actually remember various things that I otherwise might just overlook. Didn't help me yesterday in Connect 4 for that one game, but I feel like that's what happens to me in a lot of games, is like, I'm so focused on trying to work ahead and look to the next move and plan ahead that I completely forget about, like, oh right, they could just hit me, you know? I'm like, yeah, if I set up my weakness policy and my speed boost on my Poltergeist, then I'll be able to drop their Spadef this turn with Shadow Ball, and the next turn I can Dynamax and Max Phantom, and then I'm like, oh right, no, Incineroar can just Darkest Lariat, and I'm just dead. That's another option that they have. No spoilers, no spoilers. But yeah, I've been thinking more about maybe trying to stream more and maybe cut back on videos actually. But I can't decide. It seems like I gain more subscribers from streaming, and then I'm not sure that they necessarily that those subscribers actually watch the videos. Although I have noticed a slight increase in viewing numbers. Omelet for dinner, nice. I forget what we had for dinner. Oh yeah, my dad made really good salads. Yeah, so I don't know. Is like, I was thinking about it even with Silk Song, and just thinking ahead to like, as new games release, I don't want to record videos of new games, because when a new game comes out, I just want to play it. I just want to like, you know, go through it at my own pace and not be rushing to make progress for a video. But if I'm playing the game anyway, I might as well be streaming it, especially single player games. Like, I was even thinking way ahead to when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. You know, that's not something that I'd want to record videos, because that would be massive. That would be a ridiculously long series, and it would be a whole bunch of stuff to edit down. But if I just live stream it, I don't have to worry about that whole editing side of things. I can just, you know, I can just play it kind of normally. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is at least if I don't have... Right, I would really like to get internet working, but the reality is that I can't get a wired connection all the way up to my room. So if I want to have a wired connection, it means playing down in the living room, where there's a lot more background noise. So I probably won't be doing online stuff on stream for a while, but I might start trying to stream like single player games instead of setting them up as new video series. But I also can't decide, because for some games, I like when I'm replaying old games, I do kind of want to have those actually be series. Yeah. Well, I was actually looking into like different internet setups yesterday. I was looking at maybe a fiber connection, but they don't have fiber in our neighborhood yet. So it's like it's not even an option to get faster Wi-Fi wired in. So I don't know. That would definitely be an eventual thing. It probably won't happen anytime soon. But in the meantime, I could at least experiment. I kind of want to experiment with like streaming at different times of day. Just because, I mean, I like streaming at 11 because it like makes me... How do they not have fiber? It makes me get up before 11, which is kind of nice. And it's like, I like starting the day with just doing a shiny hunt and then wrapping it up, and then it's noon and I still have plenty of day left. Really? Well, I don't know, maybe there's fiber from a different company, but through our current internet provider, they're not in our neighborhood yet. So, I don't know. And I don't really want to go with a different internet company just because I think a lot of them are they probably have a bunch of like hidden stuff. And the current internet company that we have is good. It's not like, you know, it's not the fastest internet, but it's also not expensive. And it delivers exactly what it says it's going to deliver, which is a good thing. and I appreciate that. So eventually, hopefully, they'll install fiber into up in our neighborhood, because it's mostly down like down around the university, and that whole area seems to be mostly filled in now. I looked at the map yesterday, and it's just like they haven't crossed the river yet. So eventually, and then I'd probably get that, and then I could have it wired up. But yeah, just with the current setup, it's not feasible yet. Was that back-to-back-to-back Sinisties? I think it might have been. It was at least 2 in a row. But yeah, so I might try streaming. What I might do is just, to start out, try streaming at different times of day to see if that changes when people are available. Because I know, even though 11 o'clock is like a really nice time for me, it's obviously during work and school for a lot of people. So streaming later in the evenings and afternoons. Usually I like to just be hanging out at that time, but it's probably a better time to actually, especially if I can find some kind of work to be doing during the day, then that's another reason to try streaming later. But yeah, I'd probably start by just streaming some single player games to see it. Yeah, it'll work. But I could start with streaming single player content that I want to be playing anyway. Like, I've been wanting to replay Wind Waker, and that was kind of my plan, was after I finish up the Link to the Past randomizer, I wanted to do a Wind Waker series, but I don't know. I just have to experiment and see whether or not it's better to focus on streaming and playing games that way, or if I want to. Because the big thing with streaming is that I can convert all of the time that I spend editing videos into just streaming more, which would be kind of nice. And not that I do a crazy amount of editing anyway, but there's some amount of editing that I have to do. But then if I could just get that set up, especially when new games come out, like Silksong, if Silksong ever releases. That was kind of my plan yesterday. If they had announced Silksong, I was going to drop the stream, download it immediately, and then restart the stream and start streaming Silksong. But of course they didn't announce it. But then the advantage of still doing videos is that, of course, the speed of internet doesn't impact that. Because if I was going to stream more regularly, I would need to get a better connection figured out. Who knows? I'm undecided. Alright, we've got 6 Sinistea so far. There were a lot that actually caught my attention that I was like, that looks really cool, but I don't know that there's already so many games that I want to play that have been released and that I want to replay, that like, there wasn't anything that immediately was like, I have to play that, even though I thought they all looked really, really good. So, I don't know. I could see maybe going and eventually playing a couple of those games. But at the moment, there's just other stuff in the backlog that I've already kind of been meaning to eventually get around to playing. I bought Hyper Light Drifter several months back, and I haven't really given it a chance since like the first day. I tested it out and was like, oh, it's okay. But I think it would actually be super fun. So I need to go back and play through that more. Jared had recommended the new Paper Mario because he said it was basically a Zelda game, and then I've also heard that in other places that it's basically a Zelda game. So I would be interested in that. Plus, I always want to be replaying Zelda games. I basically am always playing a Zelda game. Like, even while I was playing Adventure of Link... Actually, was I playing that at the same time? Anyway, I did Adventure of Link, and then I immediately switched to Link to the Past, the randomizer. But even while we were doing the randomizer, I also did a Let's Play of Minish Cap. That's a big amount of the time that I spend playing games, is just replaying any given Zelda game. Mixed feelings on it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought, in general, it seems like people have liked it, but I've also never played a Paper Mario game, so I don't know if it would... I don't know if that's a good thing for me or a bad thing. Like, I don't know if, having never played a Paper Mario game, maybe I wouldn't be disappointed about stuff that's missing. But also, having never played a Paper Mario game, maybe I wouldn't have, like, that base level of appreciation for it that would be useful for enjoying the game more. So, I don't know. I'm not planning on getting it and playing it anytime soon, but it's definitely on my radar. Yesterday, Ace and I were going through Mario Kart just trying to finish getting 3 stars on all the cups. And we finished all the cups on Mirror, so now it's just 200cc. We just have to finish getting 3 stars on... I think we have like 4 cups that we need 3 stars on still. And then we'll get the Golden Glider. And that's all. That's all you get. I'm really starting to wonder what Nintendo's going to be doing for the holiday this year. Like what their big game is that they're going to try to push, and if they even have one. It seems like we've got to be getting a bigger presentation. Like they had to have had stuff for E3 that then got delayed. I mean, obviously it got delayed. But you'd think that a few months later they'd be able to put together a shorter presentation that would kind of be talking about upcoming stuff, even if it's not coming this year. But they must have had something planned for the holiday, right? They must have something ready. I want to know. Oh, mechanics get boring, yeah. Yeah, that's not so great. And I'm definitely still interested in spending a decent amount of time trying to climb the ranked ladder in Pokemon. I'm pretty invested in continuing to play competitively and wanting to improve my skills in that area. So I do want to do ranked battle videos. Since I can't stream them yet, I want those to be the Friday videos after the Clubhouse game stuff comes out. Oh, and we were talking about doing I forgot about the draft league that I said I was going to try to set up next month. I'm also definitely still interested in doing a draft league. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I think we'll for sure be able to get 6 people, and we could probably even get 8, which I think is pretty decent for setting up a small league. Yeah, so I haven't started doing any of the planning for that yet, and I haven't found, like... I want to find an existing ranking of Pokemon. I mean, we could probably come up with Pokemon rankings for, like, splitting them up into tiers, but it would be a lot easier if we could find an existing ranking, and then if something is wrong with it, it's not my fault. Yeah, if we could get 10 people, that would be awesome. So yeah, I just have to figure out the logistics of, like, how frequently we'd want to require people to battle. Like, I don't know if it would make sense to... I don't know if everyone would be able to do weekly battles, but if we did bi-weekly, it would go for a while, but that might be okay. And then, yeah, the main thing that I have to figure out is just, like, what tiers are each Pokemon in. And I think it makes sense to me that we would each have one Gigantamax capable Pokemon on our team, and then the rest of... Kind of the way that the WBE is set up this season. Drafting it similar to that. Like, if we could just get the list of tier rankings that the WBE is using, that would be perfect. Because I trust that that is balanced. Or at least balanced enough for our purposes. But one of the reasons I figured I should wait until next month to start, like... Oh, do they have the tiers listed? Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, so then I think, yeah, we should definitely just use that. But one of my reasons for waiting for next month is just, with school starting back up again, I figured that it gives people a chance to figure out fall schedules. And even if, you know, even people who are in school, there's some difference between the summer schedule and the fall schedule. Gives us maybe more of an opportunity to know whether or not we have time to commit to several month-long draft league. But I'm definitely interested in doing it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I guess the other thing is that I have to wrap up my... I'm running an RPG that today is the 3rd session of it. And I'm hoping to finish that up before I have to pick up another project. Although, I didn't do any prep work for today's session since last week. That feeling when you had 6 whole days to prepare stuff and you just didn't do it. Because, well... I didn't do it because we didn't get through everything that I had planned for last session, so I have plenty of material ready for today. I just haven't looked at it in a week now, so... Anyway, I have to review it all and make sure I know what we're doing. But yeah, once I'm not worrying about preparing a weekly RPG session, it'll be easier for me to think about preparing a weekly Pokemon battling thing and getting the draft set up. I think it'll be easy enough if we just set up a group Google Doc or Google Sheet to keep track of everyone's teams and what they're drafting. And then I figure the easiest thing is probably just to have everyone battle each other, but we also probably want to have it set up so that, you know, the people who win week 1 fight each other week 2. So in that case, it might actually make more sense to have brackets set up. But we'll see. We'll see when we get to that. Wow, how many Sinistea encounters am I at? I'm at... Oh, it's 10. Okay. Round robin then playoffs. Yeah, we could do that. That's true. Actually, yeah, that might be a better way. Because then that way we all get to battle each other. It depends on how many people we have. If we have 10 people... Well, yeah, it's probably still better if we all battle each other. I feel like I found a teacup and forgot to increase the counter. But oh well. It happens. Stop protecting Sinistea. So if I don't find another shiny Sinistea in the next 90 encounters, that'll make it another 980. Without seeing another Sinistea. It's just painful. I don't want to think about it. Just let me see a pink teacup. It doesn't even have to be authentic. I don't expect it to be authentic. I just expect to see a shiny version of the Pokemon that I'm hunting. I've done 891 encounters since the last one that I saw. I just don't get it. It was like, I was finding so many shiny Pokemon. And now it seems like they don't show up at all. What happened? Changed the mechanics on me. I spent all my luck on blackjack. Still can't believe. But I doubled down on 20. I thought double down meant, oh yeah, you've got good cards, you're in a good position, you're going to hold there, you're not going to draw anymore, and you're going to double down your bet. You're going to say, yes, I believe that 20 is going to win me this hand. I can't wait to rewatch all of that as I'm editing it. It's hilarious. I think I probably will end up needing to split it up into 2 videos because it was so much footage. But I think that's okay. I think 2 videos of Clubhouse games is good. Also, I realized that I don't have time to record anything tomorrow, so I might end up having to put one of the Clubhouse games up this Friday instead of the finale. I wanted to finish the Emerald series this Friday, but I realized I didn't leave myself enough time to record it. Unless I do it like late tonight and then also edit it tonight. So, I haven't decided yet. I probably should just record the finale tonight, get it up this Friday so that it's done, and then I can do, then my Fridays can be more flexible. Why isn't this teacup pink? Oops. Ha! You only protected yourself from falling asleep. You fool! I spent all my luck on rolling 20s on the dice and doubling down on... Maybe it's just 20. Maybe the number 20 is just lucky for me. Sudden moment of realization. I've been saying this for a long time, but one of these days I have to count how many actual total encounters I get in an hour. Because, like, we know it averages around 18 Sinistea in an hour, but how many actual Pokemon am I seeing in that amount of time? It's gotta be a lot, right? Feels like a lot of Pokemon. Yep, I can do that indeed. Oh, I've spent so many Pokemon. So many encounters. I mean, we figure what? I can do about one encounter every 20-30 seconds, probably. I'll time it from here. Alright, we're at 40-30 right now on the stream. Alright. Got the encounter, and then we run away from it. And get away, and then it's done. Okay, so it takes about 15 seconds per encounter. So I get 4 encounters per minute. So that's 240 encounters in an hour. Which means really I should be finding like 24 Sinistea in an hour, if it's actually a 10% encounter. So it's like my total number of Sinistea encounters are not good. But yeah, I feel like at least 200 encounters an hour makes sense. Multiply that by 40. It's like 8,000 plus. And then the first 1,000 encounters that I did, 1,000 Sinistea encounters. That's like a lot. I've probably done over 15 or 16,000. I'm probably going on 20,000 total Pokemon encounters. Which, the overall odds, 1% encounter in the area, and then it's a 1 in 512. It's 1 in 51,000. So I'm probably getting close to, like, halfway towards the odds that I would need to hit to start expecting a shiny authentic Sinistea, which is bad because I've only seen one shiny non-authentic Sinistea. And that doesn't line up right. I just need to be seeing more shiny Sinistea. Even if they're not authentic, that's okay. I just need to know that I'm encountering my 10 or 11 shiny non-authentics, so that I can actually start expecting one of them to eventually be authentic when I see it. Or the teacups can just not show up at all. That's always an option too. There's one. Be pink next time. Stop being blue. We have seen so many blue teacups. So many. This hunt is literally insane. I didn't do Tease Day. I thought I was like really banking on Silk Song getting announced. So I thought I was, like, planning to cut the stream short. So, yeah, no, I didn't forget. I just genuinely believed that there wasn't going to be enough stream for the tea. Oh, right. I also should remember that because I'm busy tomorrow and won't be able to record Emerald, I am also not able to stream. So, tomorrow is a day off. And then I'll be back on Friday. So, yep. Alright, we're at 15 encounters. Gotta get to 1880. So that on day 42, Friday, get to 1900. I just want to see a shiny teacup. Want to know they're real. Pink. No. I've honestly been starting to suspect that they actually did, like, decrease the odds somehow. Or they added some sort of glitch. But then I realized that there haven't been any updates since I started streaming, so it doesn't make sense. Because I started streaming after the DLC came out. But at least we haven't been seeing any more blue lemurs. That's a win. We're technically still winning the hunt right now. Not yet. Pink. No. Just be pink. Pink is a good color. I feel like it's not that hard. Like, how hard can it really be to just find a pink teacup to possess instead of a blue one, right? They're out there. They are so out there. Like, I would expect that there would be an equal number, an equal ratio of pink to blue teacups. It would make sense to me that for every blue teacup that has ever been crafted, there has also been a pink teacup crafted. And for some reason, these Sinistea just can't seem to find those equal number of pink teacups. Or they do find them and they just hog them. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Also, it definitely feels like Sinistea is not a 10% counter. It feels like way rarer than that. Technically, because I keep knocking them out, it should even be a higher than 10% encounter rate. Maybe in Crown Tundra they'll add an item that lets you like lock onto one Pokemon. If you're looking for one specific Pokemon, you can select it and find it more frequently. Because I can basically guarantee that I will still be hunting for this thing by the time the Crown Tundra DLC comes out. Imagine that they do announce that that's going to be in the Crown Tundra. They're like, new in the Crown Tundra, there's an item that you can put in any Pokemon that you've already encountered, or any Pokemon that you've already caught, and it'll make it so that that's the only Pokemon you'll encounter in the area. And then they announce that, and I'm like, alright, that's going to help the hunt. And then the day before it happens, I find the shiny. I'm just like, neat. Great. Good thing that that item was released on time to be helpful. Numbers just distract us from God's will. Yes. That is true. We must invest our brains in numbers. And seek solace. Why does it always come to... I feel like it always comes down to I just want 3 more teacups. Like, every single day, I need 2 or 3 more to get to a nice 20 encounters for the day. Like, 17 or 18 is really a pretty consistent average. I just want 3 more teacups in the next 5 minutes. It's not so much to ask for, just back to back to back. We can just be done. Just, come on. Come on, game. Make it happen. Roll the dice. Do the computational things that you gotta do. Just make sure that it's rigged. Let's see. 3 more. Sinistea. You're not a Sinistea. Come on. Be a teacup. Be a teacup. Be pink. Be pink. Let's do a teacup. You got that part of it right. Did not get double pointed. Come on, back to back. Right here, teacup. No. Screw you, lemur. No one likes lemurs. This is an anti-lemur zone. Be pink. Alright, well, we've got 2 of the 3 teacups that we need. Let's see. 1 final teacup. It's a hat. We don't need a hat. Teacup. No! Come on, teacup. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. It's just a game. It's just a game. This isn't worth losing your mind for. It's okay. You don't have to be crazy. You're not invested. There is no investment here. Not an ounce. I'm starting to suspect that there is actually something to finding shiny Pokemon where the longer you do it, I was about to say the longer you do it, the more likely it is that you find one. I mean, duh. But like, I'm starting to suspect that there's like actually a minimum amount of time that the game has to be running. Because it definitely seems like I usually find, if I am going to find a shiny Pokemon, it happens closer to the end of the stream than at the beginning, right? Like, I feel like there's either a certain number of encounters you have to do, or you just have to be playing for a certain amount of time before it actually, like, recognizes that, like, alright, now we'll start rolling for shiny Pokemon. I almost wonder if cutting my stream off at an hour each day is my downfall. Indeed, I have not lost my mind yet. My mind is sound and very intact. Go away, lemur. I hate lemurs. This is logical. I have logical thoughts. Teacup. Let's see a teacup. No. Alright, 1 minute for 1 teacup. Come on. This is it. This is the moment. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Final teacup. Right here, right now. Go. Pink teacup. Shoot. Thank you for at least being a teacup, though. We appreciate that. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today's stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. It was a blast. As always. Yeah, I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday. That was almost amazing. Yeah, could you imagine if that had been the one? Ah. It was so close. But yeah, I'll be back Friday with day 42. Hope you all have a nice Wednesday. And a nice Thursday as well. And I'll see you later. Bye.